It is my hope that your evening is as good as mine. Welcome to Waking Live here on KUTV. It is Saturday, the 15th day of July 2023. We begin by taking a look at the key highlights of today's happenings. ODM rebel MPs reaffirm support for President Ruto as Wanga Kajwang skip PS Omolo's homecoming event. CS Kindiki to cooperate with Sandu leaders in a bid to restore peace in the ethnic clashes-torn area. Slight relief for fuel consumers as petrol kerosene prices reduce. Others remain unchanged. And wrangles engulf CHEPKOECH after bishop is ousted for drunkenness and questions on accountability. RUTH CHEPKOECH is our sign language interpreter this evening. My name is CHEPKOECH. We're also live on YouTube at KUTV Kenya, and you can share with us your feedback on Twitter at KUTV_Kenya and at KEES Kenya. Now, opposition leaders have vowed to continue with the nationwide protests in disregard to the government's warning. Speaking during a rally in Kisumu, National Assembly Minority Leader Opiyo Wandayi made it clear that Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance will continue fighting until Kenyans receive economic reprieve, noting that the opposition won't fall prey to the threats emanating from senior government officials. The Azimio leaders spoke at a rally held to mourn lives lost during demonstrations staged to push for lowering of the cost of living. And Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo's Thanksgiving ceremony was graced by heavy government presence led by President William Ruto and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Luo Nyanza leaders of the ODM breakaway faction attended the event where they pledged support for the government, vowing to put up a fight in the impending disciplinary grilling ordered by ODM party. County Governor Gladys Wanga and Senator Moses Kajwang, however, did not attend. Munene Weru tells us more.
Ruto's visit to Homa Bay County was the perfect storm for the government to interact with Nyanza and its leaders amid heavy turbulence. Among leaders who marched with Ruto in Raymond Omolo's Thanksgiving ceremony were ODM dissidents who have openly supported the president.
Kwa sababu tulikuwa tunajua hii ni yetu kwa mara ya kwanza, lakini imekataa. Yani kama ingekuwa ni mtihani, tulikuwa paka na marking scheme. Kitu ilikuwa tufanye ni utoe answer huku urudishe hapa, utoe hapa, na ilikuwa inaenda vizuri mpaka dakika ya mwisho sijui ulipenya wapi. Unaelewa?
That after every election there are issues. There are issues all over. What is it that we need to do so that after these coming elections and many more to come, we don't have issues? Can this be part of a very serious agenda? Because we can't have elections that are disputed through and through.
The decision to support the president and shift allegiance from Azimio la Umoja has put the ODM dissidents in a tight spot. In a statement released by the party, MPs Felix Oduor of Langata, Mark Nyamita of Uriri, Elisha Odhiambo of Jem, Carol Amondi of Suba South, and Gideon Ochanda of Bondo was summoned and are set to appear before the party's disciplinary committee. The legislators, however, maintained that they will not budge and have no apologies for working with the government.
Na rais ni William Samoei Ruto. Unaelewa? Na next week mimi naenda kusimama mbele ya chama yangu ODM kwa sababu nimeitwa kwa disciplinary committee. Na nimeangalia mashtaka yote, ile kubwa zaidi ni kuwa mimi ni rafiki yako. Sasa wewe najua ni rafiki ya baba na mnaongea. Muongeleshe.
Our team, they have been given 1 letter each. I am the only one who has been given 2 letters. I'll be told to have someone on Tuesday and someone on Wednesday. I know why they are summoning me. Tutakutana huku mbele. Asanteni sana.
President Ruto, on his part, likened the tribulations clouding ODM dissident faction to his own unceremonious exit from the Orange Party before his political success that, according to him, began with denouncing former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Ruto beckoned other opposition leaders to join his pact, saying the government is open to working with everyone regardless of their political stand. However, the president called out the opposition for staging demonstrations, calling for a national constitutional conversation on the conduct of protesters. That notwithstanding, a host of Azimio-affiliated leaders in Homa Bay sat out Ruto's function, led by the county governor Gladys Wanga and Senator Moses Kajwang. Neneweru, KUTV.
An Interior Cabinet Secretary, Professor Kithure Kindiki, has today visited Sondu Market at the Kisumu-Kericho border for a security meeting. The area has been on the news since the onset of ethnic clashes that started on Wednesday with the return of anti-government protests. CS Kindiki acknowledged the existence of a long-drawn border problem in the area and promised to resolve the conflict, even as he warned criminals involved in the current skirmishes. Jacob Okello reports.
After days of ethnic tension which has led to death and injuries of locals in Sondu, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki finally set foot in the area, perhaps to solve the conflict. The CS admitted the existence of a border conflicts of a time in Sondu and other places across the country.
Hali ambayo tuko nayo hapa Sondu ya mambo ya mipaka sio Sondu peke yake, katika Jamhuri ya Kenya iko na mambo kama haya. Kuna kaunti nyingi katika nchi yetu ya Kenya ziko na mambo ya kujadiliana, mambo ya mipaka.
Kindiki pledged to cooperate with the elders, political leaders, members of the warring communities and security officers to resolve such conflicts.
Kama waziri wenu wa usalama wa taifa, ya kwamba kaunti zote zetu katika Jamhuri ya Kenya ambazo siko na shida na matatizo ya kimipaka, tutasaidiana na jamii kutoka pande zote na wazee na viongozi wa kisiasa na maafisa wenzangu wa serikali ili tutatue shida hizo zote.
To end the conflict in Sondu, Kindiki promised to engage local political leadership and relevant stakeholders to reach a permanent solution.
Kwa pesa kusaidiana na vitengo mbalimbali mashirika mbalimbali, viongozi mbalimbali ambao wanatafuta suluhu ya kudumu katika mpaka wetu hapa baina ya kaunti ya Kisumu na kaunti ya Kericho.
He, however, disassociated Wednesday demos with the existing border disputes, labeling those who took part in the Wednesday unrest as criminals forming part of a wider scheme to destabilize the country.
Those who committed crimes on Wednesday in this town were not doing so because of border disputes or because of any other disputes. They were doing so because they are criminals and they have joined together with other types of criminals who want to destroy our country.
Kindiki wants future border disputes to be resolved peaceful through the established legal means.
Kwa hivyo suluhisho ya mashamba sio vita. Suluhisho ya mashamba ni kwenda kotini, ni kutafuta wazee, ni kutafuta serikali, tunaketi. Kama ni shida hapa Sondu, tunaketi, tunajadiliana, na ijalishi itachukua muda gani. Hakuna shida ambayo haina mwisho.
The conflict that began on Wednesday has so far claimed lives of 2 people while several others sustained injuries. Jacob Okello, KUTV.
And the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, that is EPRA, has announced that the maximum retail petroleum prices for super petrol and kerosene are set to decrease by 85 cents per litre and 3 shillings and 96 cents per litre respectively. The price of diesel will, however, remain unchanged to retail at 179 shillings and 67 cents per litre. These changes in retail price are effective as from today to August 14th, 2023. Let's get more once again from Jacob Okello.
It is a slight relief for petroleum product consumers in the country after the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority, EPRA, reviewed downwards the prices of petrol and kerosene, while the prices of other petroleum products remain unchanged. According to the monthly changes for July, a litre of petrol will be sold at 194 shillings and 68 cents from 195 and 53 cents, being a reduction of 85 cents. A litre of kerosene will retail at 169 shillings and 48 cents from 173 shillings and 44 cents, being a relief of 3 shillings and 96 cents. However, diesel price will remain unchanged, with the litre retailing at 179 shillings and 67 cents. The change in price will be effective from July 15th to August 14th. EPRA is facing a court action challenging its upward review of the palm prices, which took effective on July 1st. The Energy and Petroleum Prices Regulator defied the High Court ruling issued by Justice Mugure Thande. The case, which was since been escalated to a 3-judge bench to be created by Justice Martha Koome, was filed by Busia Senator Okiya Mtata, resulting in the suspension of implementation of Finance Act 2023. Jacob Okello, KUTV.
And 2 people have been confirmed dead while 54 others escaped with injuries following a road accident involving 20 vehicles at Ekatano area in Kikuyu, Kiambu County along Nairobi-Nakuru Highway. Reports indicate that those who died were a couple, while 31 of the survivors are students at Twilight High School in Kayole, Nairobi. 14 people were seriously injured, while the rest were treated and discharged. Ekatano residents are urging the Kenya National Highways Authority to set up speed bumps along the busy highway to reduce road accidents. Right, that sad story from Kikuyu's Ekatano area takes us on a fast break tonight. Stay with us.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV The premier university television station in Kenya is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience. Kenyatta University will hold its 53rd graduation ceremony on Friday, 21st July 2023 at the main campus along Thika Superhighway. KUTV will provide live coverage of the graduation ceremony from 8 a.m. The graduation ceremony will also be streamed live on KUTV, KU website, Lola app, and all KU social media platforms. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 020-870-3092 or 0786-335-111 or visit the KU website on www.ku.ac.ke. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives.
Welcome back to Weekend Live. Let's continue with the broadcast. Now, Japanese government in partnership with Mount Kenya University has established a 380 million state-of-the-art research laboratory that will help in conducting scientific research on malaria. The disease ranks among the top killers in Kenya despite continuous efforts to combat it. The collaboration seeks to reignite efforts on the fight against the dreaded mosquito-borne disease that has remained a thorn in the flesh over the decades. Yvonne Kemuma with the details.
In a joint effort, the Japanese government and Mount Kenya University have set up a cutting-edge research laboratory worth 380 million. The facility is said to be a center for scientific research on malaria. This collaboration aims to reinvigorate the fight against the dreaded mosquito-borne illness, which has been a challenge for many years. During the inauguration of the facility, Ambassador Okaniwa Ken, the Japanese ambassador to Kenya, emphasized that the collaboration is aimed at revitalizing the battle against the long-standing mosquito-borne disease.
Collaboration is between the Japanese government is working together with 5 universities from Japan to collaborate with MKU, KEMRI, and Ministry of Health, as well as Homa Bay County.
The ambassador also notes that mosquitoes have over the years changed tactics and developed resistance to drugs, thus a need for enhanced research to eradicate it.
The researchers will look into the DNA and the various analysis of the situation of the residents who are affected by malaria, as well as whether the vaccines are effective, and also to look into how to develop new medicine to fight against malaria.
Vincent Gaitho, the Pro-Chancellor of Mount Kenya University, urged other investors and scientists to seize the opportunity provided by the newly launched facility to further their research efforts and potentially establish pharmaceutical companies.
We want to see people putting their money in universities where they can produce products, and that is the purpose. Ours to do research and invite investors to pick up those outputs and commercialize them. You see, Mount Kenya University has a botanical...
He was, however, quick to note that the university itself has no intentions to venture into drug manufacturing. Every year, nearly 6.7 million clinical cases of malaria are reported in Kenya, with 70% of the population being at risk of malaria. Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.
And a prominent religious institution has turned into a battleground occasioned by leadership wrangles. The African Independent Pentecostal Church of Africa, IPCA, Embu Diocese is dealing with a fierce fallout after a section of clergy expelled the incumbent bishop over claims of indiscipline. A faction of the church council and some congregants are, however, opposed to the move and has refused to acknowledge the leadership changes. Joseph Oyomo produced the story.
AIPCA Church Embu Diocese is in turmoil after recent leadership changes sparked a fierce dispute among clergy and members. Bishop Stephen Jogu was disowned by a section of clergy over allegations of drunkenness, poor leadership and misuse of church funds.
Hangeweza kusikiliza mtu, hangeweza hata akiambiwa jambo anasema ndio, lakini hakuna kutimiza yale mambo. Pia accountability ya pesa ya diocese ilikuwa inaenda kinyume na vile inafaa kuwa inaendelea. Hakukuwa na mpangilio wa pesa zetu, zilikuwa zinapotea. Kama tangu alundi hapa na tangu tuwe katika diocese hatunjawahi nunua hata samba ama kitu chochote kile cha diocese kupitia mlandi yake.
The council went ahead to install a new bishop, a move which ignited dissension from some congregants.
Experience niko nayo, mtu akitawazwa kuwa askofu anapitia mambo mengi sana, na hakuna mtu ambaye anaweza pewa kiti ya askofu kama yeye anjafika kwenye kiwango ya archdeacon. Hiyo ndio constitution ya kanisa, hivyo ndivyo inasema. So huyo ninasikianga ati ni bishop tena ako nyuma sana.
The newly installed bishop, Reverend Peter Mushira, has refuted claims that his installation was unprocedural and covered in secrecy, insisting that everything was done in the open.
Ndio nilipewa those ranks hiyo siku. Kwanza nilitawazwa na nikawa archdeacon. Nikavalizwa mavazi ya archdeacon, kofia yake, mavazi yake yote. Alafu nikatolewa nje na viongozi na wachungaji pia wakanielekeza ndani kwa kanisa, na nikaweza kupewa ile ngazi ambayo ni ya bishop. Na hili jambo lishaitendeka tena.
The church council maintains that it had no choice but to replace the ill-fated bishop over his unbecoming conduct, which they claim has destroyed the reputation of the church, adding that it has been years of vain efforts from the leadership of AIPCA to correct his shortcoming. The embattled Bishop Njogu and his dissenting supporters, however, maintain that he is still the presiding bishop, while terming his successor, Reverend Mushira, as an imposter.
Ni mimi niliachwa na ni mimi niko na hakuna askofu mwingine ametawazwa Embu Diocese AIPCA. Again, he is under suspension, under my own suspension. Ni mimi nimemwandikia barua ya suspension. So he is a rebellious person. Kuna kuanga na vetting. Kwanza unawekelea makaratasi yako, ulisomea theology wapi, unafanya nini, whatever you do. Kuna hiyo process.
The startling turn of events at the Pentecostal Cathedral in Kangaru, Embu West Sub-County, threatens to plant more seeds of discord should the situation not be addressed soon. Joseph Oyomo, KUTV.
Now, rights groups in Kenya are campaigning for refugees married to Kenyans to obtain citizenship. The Kenyan Constitution allows foreign nationals married to Kenyans to register for citizenship after 7 years of marriage, but they must have residency status to apply, and this policy locks out refugees. Here is more from...
On a sunny afternoon in the Hagadera camp, one of the several camps in the Dadaab refugee complex, Fuzia Mohammed is busy at her shop. The Somali refugee and mother of 6 says she has been married to a Kenyan man for more than 10 years, but has yet to be granted citizenship. Lack of Kenyan documents, she says, has affected her life and business.
I am running this business to support my children and family, but I can't expand it as I'd like because I can't travel to Garissa town or Nairobi to buy stock since I don't have a Kenyan ID. I'm forced to wait for goods that come to the camp, which is very expensive. I have relatives in Nairobi, including some of my children, but I can't even visit them without the ID.
The Kenyan Constitution gives foreign nationals married to Kenyans the right to apply for citizenship 7 years after marriage. However, a law passed by Parliament in 2011 adds an additional requirement that such individuals must have residency status in Kenya. This locks out refugees who do not have the same residency documents as other foreign nationals.
It is pure discrimination. I am married to a Kenyan and therefore have the right to be given citizenship. But for over 10 years, I have been denied that right.
Haki na Sheria is a human rights advocacy group based in Garissa. It has gone to court seeking orders to remove what it calls administrative barriers so that refugees married to Kenyans can apply for citizenship. Mariam Jamal is a program officer at Haki na Sheria.
In most cases, these individuals are people who have lived here, they have loved here, they have children here. So what does it really mean for them in the long run if they cannot access citizenship, despite the fact that their entire families are based here? Where else do they have to go?
The Kenyan government has been pushing to better integrate refugees into society, although the law blocking their path to citizenship remains in place. Kenya's Commissioner for Refugee Affairs, John Burugu, says a government policy allowing refugees to live outside the camps will ease their burdens.
The socio-economic inclusion solves the issue of them wishing to be citizens. Because what is maybe disadvantaging is because of what we are currently running, which is the encampment policy.
Kenya hosts more than 700,000 refugees and asylum seekers representing 22 nationalities, according to the Department of Refugee Affairs. As the government moves to promote integration, refugees with Kenyan spouses like Muhammad are demanding what they say is their right to naturalization. Juma Majanga for VOA News, the Dab refugee camps, Kenya.
We're taking another short break here on Weekend Live. Coming back, we'll be taking a look at what is happening in the world of sports. Stay with us.
Kenyatta University will hold its 53rd graduation ceremony on Friday, 21st July 2023 at the main campus along Thika Superhighway. KUTV will provide live coverage of the graduation ceremony from 8 a.m. The graduation ceremony will also be streamed live on KUTV, KU website, Lola app, and all KU social media platforms. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 020-870-3092 or 0786-335-111 or visit the KU website on www.ku.ac.ke. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives. Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
what are some of the ways through which you can develop these skills so that you are comfortably fitting into the job?
You have to put yourself in positions where you are uncomfortable in the sense that you are not clear about what to do.
Because I used to work a corporate job before. So when I left, I happened to visit someone's farm around this area.
So this project is called Security Breach Detector and Readiness Familiarize. It is meant to be used to detect, detonate explosives.
We'll tackle all the tough issues, discuss all the weird moments, and hopefully share a few laughs along the way.
Welcome back to Weekend Live. Let us take a look at sports news. Now, Samoa demolished Kenya 34-25 in World Cup Under-20 trophy in Pool B opener match at Nyayo Stadium. Stanley's Shikoli handed Kenya the first try to earn an early lead, but poor ball handling proved to be costly as Chipu surrendered the lead to ruthless Samoa, who were no match for Kenya. In another match played today in Pool A, Zimbabwe fell to tournament's favourites Scotland 64-33 at Nyayo Stadium. The defeat means that Kenya and Zimbabwe will have to win all the other remaining group matches to rekindle their hope of lifting the trophy. Kenya will play Spain in Pool B before taking on Hong Kong, China later on. And Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz will face off in a highly anticipated clash for the men's singles championship at Wimbledon. Djokovic swept aside Jannik Sinner to reach his 9th Wimbledon final and adding his finals tally to 35th at all Grand Slam tournaments, more than any other tennis player in history. On the other hand, the sensational Spaniard tennis star Alcaraz, who blew away Russia's Daniil Medvedev 6-3, 6-3, 6-3 in the semi-finals to book a date with Djokovic in the finals slated on Sunday. The two tennis stars will renew their rivalry after Djokovic overwhelmed Alcaraz in the French Open semi-finals last month. Right, that is all we had for you on Weekend Live tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of the broadcast. Our sign language interpreter has been RUTH CHEPKOECH. My name is Joseph Kess. Until we meet again next time, enjoy the remaining part of your weekend and the week ahead. Good night.